Though to start, what makes this talk worth having is how the original S1H shaped Panasonic's identity back in 2019. It earned serious respect for its video tools and even got Netflix certification. Now, with the S1 Mark II and S1 Mark II-E announced in 2025, many started wondering if that pure video line is gone for good. But recent information suggests something new could be coming, a fresh video-dedicated flagship. Nothing's official yet, but the hints sound promising, enough to break down. Let's get started. The most striking detail is the talk about a 16-megapixel full-frame global shutter sensor. If that happens, it's a big deal. A global shutter reads every pixel at once, which removes rolling shutter wobble that you'd normally see in fast pans or motion shots. That could make handheld or drone work smoother and more natural. Sure, 16 megapixels might sound low compared to cameras like the S1R2 or Canon's R5, but Panasonic seems focused on clean motion and fast readout over sheer resolution. And for video-centric creators, that trade-off makes sense. There's also talk of 16+ stops of dynamic range, a new Vlog2 curve, and that signature ARRI-style color tone. Plus, the ability to load up to 39 LUTs in camera could help preview looks right on set. Of course, balancing global shutter, wide dynamic range, and low noise is tough. So performance around heat and bit depth will decide if this concept truly holds up. Now let's get into the heart of it, video specs. The buzz points to 4K at 240 frames per second, full frame with no crop. That means clean slow motion while keeping full field of view. There's also mention of 5.1K at 120 frames per second using open gate, possibly with internal ProRes RAW. That's serious flexibility. Shoot in open gate, reframe later, and still keep color depth. You'd get a full range of codecs from ProRes 4444XQ to ProRes Proxy, letting you balance quality and storage. The challenge, though, lies in stability. Can it hold those frame rates for long takes without overheating? That's something we'll be watching closely, since Panasonic has to prove endurance under pressure. Stabilization could be one of its strongest points. We're hearing 8.5 stops of 5-axis in body image stabilization with an active IS mode. Great for handheld or gimbal-free work. Panasonic already leads in this area, so this feels like a refined version of what they do best. Autofocus is said to move to phase hybrid autofocus, blending phase detection and contrast detection for faster, smoother tracking. For solo creators or run-and-gun work, that's a big help. The camera might also feature an electronic shutter up to 1 by 1,200,000 seconds. Not something you'll use often, but good for bright scenes or creative control. Storage and thermal design sound well planned too. Dual CF Express Type B slots, plus external SSD recording offer flexibility for heavy ProRes or RAW workflows. Recording internally and externally together gives redundancy, which is always useful on set. Cooling could follow an evolved version of the S1H's active fan system, this time fully sealed for better dust resistance and quieter operation. If they nail that balance, long-form shooting becomes much more practical. On the exterior, there's talk of a 1.84 million dot tilt screen and a bright electronic viewfinder. Not record-breaking numbers, but Panasonic usually prioritizes color accuracy and low latency, which matters more for video than sheer resolution. Expect similar build quality to the S1H line, though maybe slightly thicker due to the fan. When compared with its siblings, the S1 II and S1 II-E are balanced hybrids, while this new S1H II feels like a focused video tool. It might sit closer to the Sony FX3, Canon R5C, or Blackmagic cinema camera 6K FF, but with a unique advantage of a full-frame global shutter. That said, Panasonic will have to find its sweet spot. The FX3 already nails low light reliability, and the R5C delivers high-res 8K. A 16-megapixel cap could limit hybrid appeal, but for filmmakers who value clean motion and depth, that's not a concern. If this camera happens, it clearly targets video-focused creators, filmmakers, documentary shooters, and commercial crews who need consistent image quality and flexibility in post. The mix of global shutter, strong in-body image stabilization, and internal ProRes could be ideal for handheld or solo setups. Those mainly into photography or ultra-high-resolution work might prefer the S1R II, but for storytelling and cinematic use, this looks much more focused. Also worth noting, 32-bit float internal audio recording could make field recording simpler, especially for vloggers or one-person setups. In the end, the rumoured Panasonic S1H II feels like a serious comeback for a pure video flagship. If the company really delivers a full-frame global shutter, 5.1K RAW, and top-tier stabilization inside a reliable body, that's a creative powerhouse. But as always, we'll keep expectations grounded until Panasonic confirms it officially. If you live in the video world, shoot, grade, and deliver cinematic work, this could be the next big tool to watch. Let us know what excites you most: the global shutter, the slow motion, or that ARRI-inspired color feel. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe for more camera news and reviews.